Keith here with another blog. This is the blog that I do not look forward to doing. It is my 5 worst movies of the year. I don't like doing it because I don't like talking about these movies because they sucked in my opinion. And I also don't like talking about it because there are other things that we could talk about. We could talk about how awesome Canada's Olympic hockey team looks. We can go back and talk about how awesome Breaking Bad was. We can talk about so many awesome things. But I'm going to ask you for your time to allow me right now to talk to you about the 5 worst movies of the year, in my opinion. Let's try to get through this list quickly so we can get on with the rest of our day. Number 5, The Call, starring Halle Berry. You'd think by winning an Oscar you'd be garnered some sort of, respect in Hollywood and your agent would come to you with great projects. Well, apparently Halle Berry likes saying yes a little too much because The Call really sucked. The Call basically is about Halle Berry. She's a 911 operator playing cat and mouse with this killer. The movie stunk for a couple of reasons. Number 1, if you want to see the movie, see the trailer because it's pretty much all in there. Number 2, if you ever see WWE Films Presents in the heading, probably not a good thing to do. WWE is brilliant at pay-per-view. They're brilliant at marketing. They're brilliant at sports entertainment, or as I like to call it, wrestling. Not so great at making movies. Number 5 is The Call. The number 4 worst movie of the year, Getaway. Now, Getaway starred Ethan Hawke and Selena Gomez. So for all you Justin Bieber fans, I'm sorry. This movie really stunk for a couple of reasons. Number 1, I think what they were trying to do was to reinvent Phone Booth. Remember Phone Booth with Colin Farrell and Kiefer Sutherland? We knew that Colin Farrell was pretty much in jeopardy through this movie, and we never saw Kiefer, but we heard him. Well, in this movie, Ethan Hawke's basically being taken on a spin, saying, "Listen, you're a retired race car driver. We need you to do this job. If not, we're going to kill your wife." The voice behind all of these threats belongs to Jon Voight. This movie wasn't entertaining. It wasn't captivating. It wasn't exciting. It was extremely predictable, and it was boring. If it wasn't a part of a double feature at a drive-in, I probably wouldn't have seen it. In fact, I kind of regret seeing it now. Moving on to number 3, Spring Breakers. Now, when this movie first came out, I thought to myself, oh, this potentially has the ability to be a pretty good movie, maybe a sleeper. Nope, it didn't put me to sleep, but I kind of wish it did because it really sucked. Spring Breakers tells the tale of four college girls who want to go down to Florida for spring break, but they can't afford to. So they go and they rob a restaurant to get money to do so. Even at that point, I'm thinking, okay, maybe not the worst plot point in the world, but where this movie really lost me was these ladies went down with basically no, bad girl type backgrounds or bad girl type influences, and they became like these major thugs in Florida. They're going around in their bikinis and their machine guns and shooting up people and not getting a scratch on them. Complete BS, complete nonsense. If you want to do something like that, at least kill 1 or 2 of them. Oops, did I give away an ending? I don't know, the movie sucked. Directors, do something about it. Don't go see Spring Breakers. Don't rent Spring Breakers. Don't even think about Spring Breakers. When you go on spring break, enjoy spring break. Don't think of yourself as a spring breaker because Spring Breakers sucked. Now, into number 2, R.I.P.D. Now, Ryan Reynolds, who was in this movie, was named one of the sexiest men, or the sexiest man in the world a few years ago. Good on him. So ladies, if you see Ryan Reynolds and you think to yourself, oh, I really want to see him in a movie because he was so sexy, don't let it be this movie because this movie stunk. And for those of you who saw Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski and thought to yourself, I love The Big Lebowski, I really want to see Jeff Bridges, don't go see R.I.P.D. R.I.P.D. is a very, very cheap Men in Black ripoff. It's a stupid movie. It's a stupid plot. These men deserve so much better than this role. I don't know if they lost a poker game and with their agents and then they had to go and do this. I don't know why they would do this movie willingly, because it absolutely stunk up the screen. So to recap, so far, we've got The Call at number 5. We've got Getaway at number 4, Spring Breakers at number 3, and number 2, R.I.P.D., which brings us to number 1. You've heard me complain about this movie before. It almost damaged my relationship with my good friend Tanya. It's called The Great Gatsby, and believe me, there was nothing great about this movie. As a young man, I read the book and I enjoyed the book. Sometimes you just gotta let things lie. They never should have turned this into a movie. I remember watching Entourage. Remember when Vince was down on his luck and he got that call from Martin Scorsese? Martin Scorsese was like, hey, I'm creating The Great Gatsby and you'd be great Nick Carraway. Well, maybe if Martin Scorsese had directed this movie, it would have been great. But unfortunately, after seeing this movie, I felt like my brain had gotten whacked because the movie absolutely stunk. Worst movie not only of this year, but probably of the last several years that I've seen. I'm sure there are people who have won Razzie Awards who are looking at this movie and saying, come on, my movie wasn't that bad, and I would agree with them. The 5 movies you absolutely do not want to see under any sort of circumstances again. You've got The Call, Getaway, Spring Breakers, R.I.P.D., and topping off the list, The Great Gatsby. I guarantee you this will be the only negative blog that I do. Hopefully the only blog that'll be this negative that I do. You can check me out on Twitter at CFL_fan, Facebook.com/WhittyWhittier. Apparently I'm all over the internet, so be sure to check those out. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my blog, and you know what? Not at these movies, but other movies, I'll see you at the movies.